This is your dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. Starting from humble beginnings, Nick has been beating the markets for over 2 decades. He shares with you his take on the profitable trades that will have you moving towards financial freedom in no time at all. To see an in-depth review of his track record and much more, go to inthemoneystocks.com.
Welcome. This is your daily dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. I'm Kerry Lutz. Today is 5/10/21, show number 263. Well, interesting little pattern formation shaping up in the market there today, Nick. Dow Jones Industrials setting records, but not so for the rest of the market.
No, not so. On the flip side of that, while the Dow makes new all-time highs, we're seeing the NASDAQ trade lower by almost 1.5% at the moment. And when you get this kind of a divergence that's taking place almost daily and the growth names are not acting well, this is a big, big warning sign, if you ask me. I mean, I've already waved the caution flag for a while. But, when I continue to see this, I think traders better be on their toes here.
Hey, that reminds me of that show where the robot would go, "Danger, Will Robinson, danger."
That was a good show back in the
Lost
day.
Lost in Space, right?
Lost in Space. That's right. That's right.
This is the market's flashing danger, Will Robinson, but not in as many words. So
not in as many words.
Be prepared. And
that's right.
God, I'm still thinking about last week, Nick, about the beat on the jobs number. It was like not even close, and no explanation, no nothing. Probably a rounding error. Some bean counter missed with his decimal point, right?
Yeah, but the funny thing is, not only was it the biggest miss from expectations ever, but the prior month was revised back down. So while everybody thought we had 1 million jobs or 995,000 jobs, I think we only had 700 and change. So that was also not even discussed. But really what the market likes is that if the job number is weak, the central bankers will just keep printing money. And that's the ultimate fuel for the market right now.
Yeah, it's counterfeit dollars. They go a long way, because the problem with them is you can't tell them apart from the real ones. And who knows if there are any real ones at this point. So what about Yellen yesterday?
This past weekend, we did hear from Janet Yellen, but basically, her big thing was that rates were going to go higher, and then she retracted all of that, saying, hey, maybe they're not. I don't have a timeline for that. So that was the fastest retraction I've ever seen. But again, she needs to realize that she's no longer the Federal Reserve Chairman. She's now, the Treasury Secretary. So it's a different job, but maybe this is just, coordinated. Who knows with these people? They're usually pretty much in bed with each other there when it comes to their statements. So we'll see what happens going forward with Janet Yellen, see if she says any more regarding rate hikes, but I doubt it.
Yeah, that's twice she's done the same thing, twice, 2 weeks apart.
Yeah, well, I guess she thinks she's sitting in both chairs, the Federal Reserve chair and the Treasury Secretary chair. So,
well, the Fed, Trump kind of co-opted the Fed and made it a part of Treasury for all intents and purposes, so maybe she is wearing both hats.
She could be. And, we'll have to watch that going forward. But, what's the sense of having a Federal Reserve Chairman then, if that's the case?
All right. So we've got to talk about this. Everyone knows how you feel about cryptocurrencies, or in this case, kleptocurrencies. The Dogecoin fiasco. What do you make of it?
Well, I got to think that, somebody was waiting. They knew the script coming out of Saturday Night Live, and they were waiting with the sell button. That seems very, very coordinated. I don't think you could take Elon Musk at his word there. But I do happen to believe that, Dogecoin and all these cryptocurrencies really are nothing more than glorified Ponzi schemes. I know I get a lot of heat for saying that, but they make nothing. They do nothing. They pay no dividends. They have no workers. It's just another form of payment. I mean, I just don't really get it. If you're going to have some form of payment, go back to what the Bible says, gold and silver. They've been the currencies from the beginning of time. I think they're going to be the currencies till the end of time. But it was quite something to see the nosedive in Dogecoin there.
Or the end times, the currency of end times. This was a coordinated hit, and he's made a lot of enemies, Musk, not the least of which is Bezos. He hates him. Bill Gates hates him, and he's been pumping this Dogecoin thing. It started as a joke, as a meme, and it became worth like $100 billion. Now it's worth $50 billion or so. But we're going to get a lot of hate mail because you don't understand cryptos at all, Nick. Hey, they have their place, perhaps, but not in their current form, except for maybe Ethereum, as Bitcoin has been kind of basing out there, maybe getting ready for a major decline, Ethereum's been hitting all new all-time highs.
Yeah, I mean, people seem to be, that seems to be the new flavor of the day. Ethereum, everybody's talking about the technology behind Ethereum. Oh, this is the one, this is the way to go. So you got that form of hype there too. But again, when that chart goes parabolic, that run's going to be over just as quick.
Well, it looks like it's going pretty parabolic now, Nick.
Yep, we're getting there.
Yeah, so, and let's talk about gold and silver. They're still going up.
Yep, gold is having another solid day today. I mean, this thing has been on breakout, up another 9 points on gold futures. I did sell out of, full disclosure, out of my IAU call options, but that was simply because that IAU, which is the iShares gold play, is scheduled to do a reverse split later this month, and that does hurt the option. While it shouldn't hurt the option, it does, but I'll be looking to buy back into gold on a pullback here as we are going into pretty good resistance at the moment.
So resistance 1850 or so, 1840?
Yeah, I think right now we're hitting a little bit of resistance in gold futures, but the big level is probably a tad bit higher, right around that 200-day moving average at around 1855. But even where we are now, we are definitely into a resistance zone already. So if you get up to that 200 MA, you're probably most likely going to see a decent little pullback or consolidation pattern forming. But gold continues to remain hot. Gold miners are hot. It's just precious metals in general are on fire right now.
Yes, they certainly are. And man, it's been a long time in the making, but because they've been down for so long, they're probably going to go a lot higher.
Well, we're at the critical resistance point. Once you close above it, it's off to the races, and that's all you need to know. At the moment, though, we'll see how it reacts as we go into the resistance area. Let the patterns form, and I'll be updating you guys here. But I've done countless trades on this now, whether it was gold mining options, Agnico Eagle options. I just did the IAU. I owned GDX. I mean, the profits have been pretty amazing in this gold trade. And just go back to late March. Just basically getting hate mail there as everybody thought gold was cracking and going to make a new leg lower. And here we are off that W pattern I talked about. That's why it's so important to watch and understand the charts.
Hey, well, I don't think anyone could have said it better than you, Nick. And all you have to do is go back and look at some of our older shows back from March, and you'll see exactly what Nick was talking about. And if you want to find out more, go over to his site, inthemoneystocks.com, where you can see what he's done over the years. Check out the Twitter feeds at ITMS, at Nick Santiago01, at Kerry Lutz, and make sure you send your emails to my address, kl@kerrylutz.com. Nick, we will talk to you tomorrow.
Sounds good, Kerry.
And so concludes another episode of Daily Market Wisdom with Master Trader Nick Santiago. Be sure to go to his website, inthemoneystocks.com. Don't forget the Twitter feeds at ITMS and at Nick Santiago01.